Hello everybody, welcome to another YouTube video. I'm Robelle Autonomy. Today we're reacting to some Wuthering Waves content. I know I haven't been keeping up with all of the character trailers. The reason is because I don't know what it is, but it's not really with the game itself as much as people want to say it is. But I do feel like the community is feeling a little bit of burnout in regards to Wuthering Waves. I feel like people have a lot less to look forward to now that the main story for AESTHETICALLY has kind of reached its conclusion. We're more or less just waiting for version 3.0, and so a lot of people feel that Wuthering Waves is a little bit dry at the moment. But you see, I'm a casual enjoyer of WoA. Okay, I sit there and I do the main story. Maybe I'll explore a little bit, but I'm just here for the main story. And I want to do the side quests, like my character stories as well, but I didn't do them that much in AESTHETICALLY. I did some of them. Like, I did Carlotta's, most definitely. But I didn't do them, and then during the finale, it flashbacks to all of the character stories that I, didn't do. And so now, in my head, the timeline has already moved forward. Those character stories are now in the past, even though I didn't do them yet. They're in the past now. And so it feels like I don't have the need to go back and do them, because they already happened in-game. Does that make sense? I did events in the story that happened after those events, and now it feels like I don't need to do them. Now, you can let me know down below if they're actually if I should be doing them, because there's core lore, or maybe they're just a peak story quest, and I should experience them. I don't know. Most definitely, I do want to play more Wuthering Waves, especially because, well, as we know, that last patch hasn't been too crazy with events, but also for a casual player like myself, I really do feel like I am not missing out on much because I don't regularly do all the events, and when I do, it's because I'm desperate for polls. But they drip marketed Tisa a while ago. I was very excited for her character, still am. I don't know if I have enough taste for her, but we have the special program, the version 2.8 preview special broadcast. We're going to be reacting to that today. I'm going to watch it all the way through. We're going to see what the Wuthering devs have brought to the table. The gacha space is getting more and more competitive than ever with all those other gacha games releasing, all these other cool things. But at the end of the day, I do feel like WoA does stand very, very strong in terms of being a game that's worth checking out among all of these new age gachas. It's definitely one of my favorites. Now, of course, we all know I am a Zimla Zone Zero shill. Alright, I literally can't stop blazing that game. It's not without flaws though, okay? And there are flaws that ZZZ has that WoA doesn't have. But it also works the other way around, alright? So I'm gonna try to stay critical. But I'm guessing this is our last patch before 3.0. Dang, this is a really long intro, but I really wanted to just do some catch-up at the beginning of this video, you know what I mean? Maybe it scares away new people, that's fine. Alright, I just want to talk about Wuthering Waves, and this is a good time to talk about it. Anyway, without further ado, let's hop right into the reaction. Let's take a look. I'm guessing this patch is gonna lead us into 3.0. I mean, Jisa definitely does not look like a AESTHETICALLY character. Actually, if I remember correctly, when we were looking at the drip marketing, I'm pretty sure the symbol for her character drip marketing was not AESTHETICALLY. It was a whole new and a whole new region, which I'm pretty sure we're going to the new Federation. At least that's what everyone's been saying. So let's take a look at this. I don't know if we're gonna get a new area. I mean, it's the transitionary patch, right? 2.8 would lead us into version 3.0, so I can't imagine there's gonna be a ton of crazy stuff here, but who knows. I am curious to see how the plot, if there's gonna be an MSQ, or if it's just gonna be a side quest. Let's just hop right into it. Here we go. Alright, here we go. We got the capybaras everywhere. That is a capybara, right? Alright. Before we even get started, I'm not gonna be pausing the entire reaction here. I only do that for the character trailers when I do my deep analysis and all that. Then I'm just gonna pause it. I have to just glaze this. The set they're filming on is so aesthetic. Guys, I'm such a big sucker for like the little coffee shop aesthetic. Alright, tea time, all that. That is like, I just adore it. I love it so much. So, and this has me really excited because this is a very modern looking set, and it makes me kind of think that the 3.0 area that we're going to be building up for is going to be, well, I mean, you can look at Chisa's art for her drip marketing. It's obvious, it's a modern city. Alright, we've been in essentially like a wuxia for like Guanglong, a very cool, I hope I said that right, I don't know how to pronounce that, but we were in like this kind of very Chinese lore inspired historical area, and then we went to Rinasita, very fantasy, very lots of like Italian stuff there, very cool, and then it turned into Rome when we met the Septimont, and it was Greek, it was Rome, it was all kinds of really cool things, all these different cultural references to kind of build this fantasy world, and now we're going to a modern area, a modern looking area at least, more urban, more like sharp, clean. Interestingly enough, I'm noticing they have a ton of streamers all over the ground, so I guess they just finished celebrating. This is the after party. Even the cakes are half eaten already. And this pretty interesting setting that they're presenting essentially. I am wondering if this is partially adding to that Wuthering Waves burnout. And it's not really burnout, but I'm sure you've all noticed amongst the community, people are watching less Wuthering Waves content. The content creators are not covering it as deeply as they used to, but that's because the Rinasita storyline ended. I definitely feel like a lot of people are, maybe burned out is not the right term, maybe more just like we're in like our transitionary phase, waiting for that next part. We're waiting, but we don't really know what to feel, and so people are like, I don't know, I'm just not as hyped, but that's because we don't know what to get hyped for yet. They haven't shown it to us. But I do know that Wuthering Waves has been very consistent for Rinasita. Now, one thing that does tend to happen is between different arcs, between different major areas, because we're shifting in the theme and the aesthetic, that also means there's a shift in the writing. And so I'm curious to see if Wuthering Waves can bring forth good writing, interesting cinema as it usually does. I do feel like Wuthering Waves had a very cinematic story, very interesting, very easy to like sit there and watch because cool stuff was happening almost constantly. And people definitely did critique Wuthering Waves whenever they weren't doing anything actiony or absolutely crazy. Like I know the Augusta storyline where we were exploring her memories and stuff. A lot of people were like, I wasn't really feeling that story quest. I saw a lot of comments like that I saw a lot of content creators also echoing that thought process. But I'm gonna start the music again because and before we even started, I started ranting about this, but I want to finish this thought here that I had. And it's just, I feel like the Wuthering Waves community, at least the mainstream people up front, the people that talk about the game, because everyone, you know, engages with these games differently. Some people just play the game, they have fun with it, or maybe they don't have fun with it, and they don't, you know, express their opinions online. And there's a lot of people like that, so you really gotta consider that, you know, it really is a small percentage of people that engage in watching these live streams and share their opinions online. But a lot of people weren't really feeling the less, like, intense, less action-filled story quests that we saw in Rinasita. The key examples were the Augusta story quest and the Yuno story quest. Now, me personally, I enjoyed them, but also, like, you guys watch me play flippin' Genshin Impact, right? I can withstand flippin' yapping pretty well comparatively to other content creators, but I'm also still very critical of it. I really do feel like there is good yapping and then there is bad yapping, and I feel like a lot of Arahoyaverse titles are unfortunately pretty guilty of the bad yapping. And usually I boil it down to just, is this dialogue necessary? And the necessity of it really just does boil down to, is this one entertaining? Is this advancing the character, like advancing our understanding of this character? Or is it just extra dialogue that's there to pad out playtime? Which I feel like Wuthering Waves really doesn't try to pad out its playtime too much, especially because they constantly hit you with that, you've been playing for 3 hours, get off our dang game, take a break. They hit us with every story quest at the one in... I will make... They should probably remove that. Like, good on the devs for caring about our health for playing for too long, right? They understand it's probably not healthy to play games for significantly long periods of times every day, but also every time in the middle of like the biggest climax of the story quests. Because the story quests are like 3 to 4 hours long, right? Sometimes 5. And they always hit you like in the most dramatic, important moment. You've been playing for 3 hours, guys. And I'm like, bruh, I was invested. Also, I just noticed there's 2 sub-panels, so we're gonna do that. Alright, let's continue this. That's my main point of that entire tangent that I just got on. And we're 10 minutes into the video. I'm so sorry, everyone. But I love sharing my thoughts. And I love it when you guys, engage in the conversation as well. But I do find that the Wuthering Waves fan base very much likes to pay more attention when there is something more action-filled rather than those kind of like softer, more silent segments in the story. Not to say that Wuthering Waves doesn't get emotional or anything like that, but I do find that like there's a lot less tolerance for like build-up, if that makes sense, for the setup phase and the build-up phase in these storylines. And so they have to juggle some keys, jingle some keys in front of us. Every once in a while, give us a crazy rover aura farming or like crazy action sequence every once in a while. And you know what? This isn't the Cult of Wuthering Waves mini, because like again, I show ZZZ all the time, and guys, it's bad over there, alright? Our player base, the ZZZ player base, cannot, they're scared of reading, guys. They cannot read. It was so bad that the devs had to spoon feed them all the lore. I'm gonna rant about this here too. Yep, if you watch my ZZZ reaction, I ranted them out there for like 20 minutes. I'm gonna rant about it here for like a couple minutes here too. It's bad, alright, Wool community. You guys celebrate that you guys aren't as dumb as that ZZZ community. Alright, and that's not to say that anyone is better than the other, but like, our devs had to spoon feed us lore that was in the game, and when they spoon fed it to us, slowly and scraped it off of our bib and said, here's an airplane, and fed us the lore. The comments were like, why wasn't this in the game? When it was. It actually made me so mad. Like, I was boiling with rage. Oh wait, when I see the Wuthering Waves people, they just say they're bored of this one part of the story and it wasn't the pen out of pen, which that's completely valid. But like, when I see the Wuthering Waves people look at lore, like they're deep in the lore. They're like, oh man, the flippin' Thenodian and the Leviathan, and we got all these different factions of, and the analysis is always so good. Whenever I make a comment about it, there's someone Wuthering Waves fan in the comments. I just gotta appreciate you guys for a second. I gotta appreciate you guys. Alright, this turned from a reaction to me just appreciating the difference in fan base for just a moment, okay? But there's always someone in the comments that's like, alright, use the lore, lay down on the lore, there's this, this, and this. I got you. And it's fantastic because again, I'm pretty casual with Wuthering Waves. I do my best to pay attention to this story, but as we all know, I cover multiple gacha games, and so it gets kind of hard to keep track of every little detail, especially when these games update on 6-week cycles. So we go over a month long without really getting any extra engagement, is what I would say. But Wuthering Waves likes to split the story into 2 parts. So it's every 3 weeks for Wuthering Waves. But right now we haven't played it for almost an entire patch because we didn't know. Well, I do my dailies, but I haven't really done the story. I didn't do Trion's quest. My dad, I don't know if I should do it. Let me know down below. Alright, let's actually go with the reaction. Okay. Thank you for watching this part, by the way. YouTube retention is rough. Alright, people click off after 30 seconds. I didn't even get to the main point of the video until 14 minutes in. 不知道大家有没有发现，今天我们所处的环境有一些特别。是的。 The atmosphere is different. Yes, really, really excited. I love the coffee shop aesthetic. Feels like a perfect place to unwind. Well, you see the problem. I'm scared of people, so I think the unwinding in a coffee shop is a bit hard, but the smell and everything, aesthetic, guys, aesthetic. Alright, lots of emphasis on coffee. I'm guessing Chisa is a coffee drinker. And she was wearing the sailor uniform, which gives me the you know, the idea that she is a high schooler, I presume. And so maybe, I don't know, it couldn't be. Who knows? Are we on the blue archive arc? Is it all gonna be students? Are we going to school? You know, they could get away with just saying it's like post-secondary, like it's a college, and then all the characters are adults. And then our mature Wuthering Waves fans can continue to goon and simp. And we can continue to gather wives. Because it's post-secondary and... Right! Are we on the blue archive arc? Oh, here we go. Here comes the story. It's starting. Let's go! Saying the modern aesthetic and... Okay, no, never mind. Everyone has, like, the school outfit on. Hang on. It might just be, like, the fashion style of this area. Ooh, she says aura vibing. The city set in amber? 2.8. Wait, this looks really good. Hang on. I'm sorry, Auntie. Oh, no, first a non-time out. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Neverness can't catch a break. Oh, they can't catch a break. This looks good. Okay, so we're getting a whole new area. In 2.8? Wait, whoa, it was like destroyed and then it like restored itself. Hang on, wait. Cause like Wuthering Waves, like, you know, the lament cooked everything, right? All the different laments. So I'm kinda like... Wait, are we like... It's technically post-apocalyptic, right? Oh my goodness, the moveset's insane. Wait, whoa! We will be pulling even if it costs me money. Alright, let me establish that now. Do I need your weapon? Oh, her animations are good, actually. I'm such a sucker for flippin' mechanical weapons that are overcomplicated. A bit of ruby weapons over here. So her sword is... It's the Bloodborne pizza cutter. Oh shoot, I forgot to use drip mark in it too. Ah, gosh. Okay, we will spend money to get her too. She's a 4-star. Oh goodness, she's not guaranteed. Please give us a free one. Give us a free bowling. I don't even know if she's gonna be any good or not. They never put both of the new characters on the same banner, right? Like if it's a 4-star and a 5-star, they never put the 4-star with the 5-star. I love the small glasses that her eyes literally don't look through. They're pretty funny looking.
It's like the whole city's trapped in amber. The people here are caught in one moment.
Okay, I see. So... And it's a time loop.
Maybe she brought me here because she knew that's where you are.
Wait, that's so cool. Okay, so I was saying that like, oh, it was destroyed and then it restored itself. It's because it's the day the world ended for them. And to prevent everyone from dying, someone put them in a time loop. So like, everyone gets to live their morning where it's all peaceful. And like, you know, the city doesn't end and then it ends at the end of the day and resets. That's really cool. Okay, no, this is awesome. This is sick. Wait, why? I saw people like on Twitter be, you know, maybe it's an exception. People are like, it's so, I'm not hyperwoo anymore. It's so over. This looks sick. Oh yeah, this is such a cool concept. Now I don't know if this is gonna apply to all of version 3.0, but like in the city before the world ended, and they're stuck in a time loop. So you're kind of like. You're seeing how life was like, but you know inevitably everyone here is gonna die. That is horrifically somber and sad, if I'm all for it. A decade ago, it was destroyed by the lament. And permanently sealed within a sonorosphere. Oh, it's a sonorosphere, okay. That's the thing that lets us flash mag, flip in all kinds of... You flip in, Augusta's storyline. I was ranting about it a while ago, because Mira was seeing her memories and people were like, oh, I don't like it, it's not a cinema. And they turned on to the entire story quest here. Oh, I wonder how people feel about that. I mean, it looks like it's action-packed though, so I'm sure people have to be excited, right? So there's people living, but they're dead, they're ghosts, they're a time loop. So they're not real people. Wait a minute. Or are they? They're no longer who they once were. They're known as the left behind. They're phantoms repeating the habits of their previous lives, reliving the same daily routine. This is such an interesting concept because, like, with these open world games, right, Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact, and the other upcoming open worlds by extension, there's a sense of loneliness. Because while you're traveling by yourself, and so you only really see the people in the cities, but even then, a lot of them are just NPCs in these games, right? But here it's like, now we're gonna build the world and make it feel like it's filled with people, but it's still innately lonely, because they're all ghosts. Alright, so we've got the story quest. Is it gonna be a two-part? Chapter 2 segue. It is a two-parter, so we have to show up every 3 weeks. Okay, I'm all for it.
在这座红彩流光的末日都市里，试图粉碎笼罩着这座城市的悲鸣。
已经开始期待全新的潮汐任务了。
Interesting. I'm wondering how this ties into 3.0.
这里是不是该给漂泊者们展开介绍下了？它究竟有什么特别之处？
I'm guessing they're gonna get us used to modern aesthetic, or you would be really, really crazy if, like, 3.0 characters, like, the aesthetic was nothing like this, and this was like Chisa only. I can't imagine that's the case, would it? I mean, watch, who's to say Chisa's even from this area, right? This is just the area that they're releasing with her as a character. So she could be from somewhere else. And she's like seeing this with us for the first time. I'm really happy with how they animated her. Cause like, I was thinking that she was kinda like, she had a really plain outfit and a really plain look, but that's kind of the draw, right? It's like a plain character, but she has this crazy weapon, and then like you notice if you look closer, her outfit's really ragged, it's kind of beat up. And so it's kind of this weird mix of like, wait, he's more than just a schoolgirl. There's a sense of fantasy here that we don't entirely understand. And it's nice to see that in animation they've really reflected that. The way she's moving around, the way that her expressions are, it's not, kind of as simple as you would just assume from the first glance. There's more to it, there's layers here. A round adorable guy that looks like a capybara. They have been putting them all over this live stream. Nami-pon. Attention Wuthering Waves players. In addition to Abby, we have added a third Paimon. I present to you Capybara Paimon. That was the city's mascot.
说到这个呀，感觉那些散落在城市各处的波仔画像，就像是市民们与他相处的印记一样。I really do have to hand it to the Wuthering Waves devs. Almost every patch they release a new area and it's aesthetically very different. And it's like stuff that where you can't just you can't just get these assets from like the flippin' Unreal Engine store, or like, you can't just get most of these pre-made online. Like maybe the city buildings to an extent, but like all this capybara stuff, they gotta craft that by hand, and they're like releasing this on a 6-week schedule. So it's very much like I have no idea how they're keeping up with all this stuff. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I imagine their workforce is pretty large, and like, despite what some Hoyoverse shows might tell you, alright, Wuthering Waves actually does make a lot of money, more than enough. Like, this is big money they have never seen before, Bird Company Kuro Games. And so it's like, they can hire a pretty large workforce.
But again, alright, and that I hope that you guys, I hope that the gacha community can one day come to understand this. More money does not equate to, you know, always a better game. There is a limitation with how many people you can pay and manage, alright? You want to think about it like not just as, oh, it's a company that made this. You got to remember it's a team of people. There are people behind the craftsmanship of all this stuff, right? And so if you imagine yourself, you're the director, you're in charge, right? Yeah, only so many people you can keep track of before your team starts falling apart. So when people are like, oh, this game makes $1 bajillion, why isn't it flawless? Why isn't it perfect? It's because there are limitations with how well you can manage a large group of people. You can only throw so much money at a project before it reaches a point where it's diminishing returns. You can no longer manage all of your workforce, you know, fully efficiently. And so when people look at AAA gaming and big games like this where there's such large scale, it truly is a marvel that they actually get finished to completion because you do have to manage so many people for such a long period of time. Oh shoot! Oh, I missed the codes. I reacted to this a day late. Actually, no, they might still be valid for me. I'll try and redeem them after this. I definitely need the Asterites desperately if I want to get Jisa. I have to win a 50-50. I think I have enough to hit pity though, so we might be, you know, not as coping as normal, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'll spend money together. I would like to win the 50-50 and then go for the weapon now. I'm sure they'll explain it here. Maybe no. They don't typically show the exact stats of the weapon on the live streams, do they? If you guys know, if you like do look up leaks or if they posted it on social media, please let me know in the comments down below if her weapon is like super necessary. I do feel like in Wuthering Waves, as of late, the characters have kind of really wanted their new signature weapon. Then she's actually really pretty. This is her gacha pull animation. I love the paper craft here. Ooh. It matches the scissors. Because they're not just scissors. You can see much measuring tools on there, I think. Interesting. Okay. Honest student lives. I'm really interested to see like how they portray this character. Because like when you see this outfit, when you see her how she is, you think high schooler. Is she like a regular high school girl? Her outfit's tattered, it's shredded. Alright, it could be she's from the disaster. She was in high school and then it flippin' and the lament happened and then she stopped aging or something. And she just keeps her old uniform as a reminder. It could be anything, right? Like, I'm so curious. Oh, she's eating snacks. Lots of extra emphasis on her hand animations. She's got really long fingers. Not abnormally long, but it's just the finger poses were very extreme with her eating those stacks there. Like it was very clear the animators were putting extra emphasis on there. Her weapon is so sick. It really does remind me of Riko Matoi, Evan Kill Kill. I don't know if I could recommend that anime in today's day and age. It was very fanservice-y, but it was kind of dope on the precipice of like the concept of fanservice, if you know what I mean. I mean, a black sailor suit and a red scissor blade is... That's Kill Kill right there. I will say though, this character is a lot more elegant than Ryoko Matoi. Ryoko is a very there's clearly inspiration here, but Ryoko is a very like angry and a very rough and rowdy character. Whereas Shisa here is very clearly a character that's all about precision, all about measuring up her opponents and really like being elegant, executing them in a very concise way. That moveset is so sick! Oh my gosh! So she's like a DPS? I know she's Havoc, so I definitely need her because I don't have a Havoc team yet. Oh my goodness, that moveset is so sick. The chainsaw is so fire, I definitely need that.
当千笑施展特定的技能时，红色剪刀还会幻化出半透明的巨影，千笑会短暂后撤并向前出剪，对敌人造成
The scissor chop is so sick.
共鸣技能时，千笑眼中会
It does remind me a bit of Alan from Zenless on Zero. Just the way it's animated, but it's definitely a lot more
配合特定的技能。
fantastical in Wuthering Waves, the concept of using a scissor as a weapon. I love the VFX, you're so angular and sharp. Like, she's not like flowing, she's making clean and precise cuts. This crowd control in that? Oh, that's so sick.
当他施展共鸣解放时，眼眸将染上明亮的紫光。此时，他会手持张开。
I am loosely reading what the guy is saying down below, but I was pretty much caught up in my own world. While healing allies, she's not a DPS, she's a healer? I'm still gonna pull. Dang, she literally looks so cool. Time to pull.
喜欢千笑完整而又独特的每一面。
在2.8版本中
I mean, okay. Oh wait, her weapon looks sick too. Do I have to pull that?
这把形似剪刀的巨型武器
Wait a minute.
真的很有视觉冲击。
It's not even gonna show up though, is it?
这件有着金属材质的暗红色。
Oh my gosh, it's the Monado. It's the Monado, I have to pull it. I am minus $100.
非常细腻。
I don't have $100, guys, please.
有着类似剪刀转轴的脚
Please.
并增加了特殊的
Subscribe and like and get me a billion of views so I can make money from YouTube.
设计的非常精妙啊。
Actually, I could have monetized a while ago, I just chose not to, because I feel like I'd scare away new people.
是的，这是牵引着万物结构的弦线。当弹切处于打开状态
So no monetization for the next little bit, maybe, probably, we'll see.
在绞盘旋转间迸射出绯红光芒。
Maybe if we get 1,000 subs, we're so close, guys. Hit subscribe if you're new, please. Normally I wait till the end of a video to ask for that, by the way. Just because I want to convince people, but the thing is, people click off before then, so I'm asking now. And I'm not asking. It's an order, do it! Hit the subscribe button! Anyways, all jokes aside, Jiza looks sick, definitely will be pulling. Show me pulling! That's the character I'm excited for. Actually, I think I'm more excited for Jiza now that I've seen her animations, but Bowling has been like a peak character for me ever since she first showed up in Rina Sita. And like literally, this character is like 10 out of 10 for me. She's so funny, the voice actor cooks. And I'm a sucker for cute designs. Trendy look. Her outfit goes crazy, guys. It's like such a nice blend between like traditional and modern.
是一个活泼可爱、非常有灵气的小姑娘。这样的她在游历索拉里斯时一定很受欢迎吧？
没错，作为踏足四海的云游客，她豁达。
If I remember correctly, she was electric, I think. So I'm really wondering what her role is. I mean, I couldn't even tell what Jesus was, even with their explanations. They were like, oh yeah, she's doing all these crazy attacks. By the way, she's healing. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what she is. Is she just a healer?
与大家分享一些有趣奇怪的经历。
有这样一位见闻丰富的客卿，黑海岸也可以说
Dang, she's gaming, guys.
情报宝库了。
Well, that she's tech supporting. She had to take the headphone, she had to take a handset off? That's crazy.
这个就要说到她的共鸣力了。
Ears are incredibly sensitive to frequencies that haven't taken shape. Oh, interesting! That's why she had to take off the headset. It was overwhelming her. Then we can't let her idle, otherwise it hurts you guys.
他就在碎波室的入口处感知到了列西内部极其。
I'm excited to see her in the story again. I hope she remains prominent because she's a Black Shores member. Like, I really feel like the Black Shores characters are pretty recurring because, well, they are Black Shores. Oh my goodness, she's got flipping ninja techniques.
当然了，看他手里拿着的玄机匣就知道了。
Oh, her animations are so cool! Oh my goodness.
糖盒子改装的，里面存
It's a modified bubblegum box.
便于作战时使用。
Yeah, she's got a hub of data.
是一名导电属性的。
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
作为武器。
That's such a. I mean, I'm sure the spiral gum case is something that's more universal, but that's what I know it as. I'm sure you, because like again, this is made by CN Devs, right? So I'm sure they don't have the over there. Maybe it's something else under a different name, or maybe they do. I don't know. But her weapon being a modified gun case, not gum case, excuse me.
这边要注意喽，卦象的数量一定要满足2枚。
Need 2 trigrams, otherwise misfortune you summon might backfire on you. Oh, she can self-damage?
她身形如电，快速围绕敌人布下阵法。
Oh, thank you for the slow motion. I'm a big sucker for these animations. Dang! There's a lot happening. I understand why they slowed it down. They're like, guys, look how awesome our animation team pulled it off. Oh my gosh, flipping certain magical railgun. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, is that like my big inspiration for like Chisa, and I'm assuming the 3.0 characters? A certain magical railgun. If you guys haven't watched it, it hasn't really aged the best, especially because it's pretty fan servicey and the characters are pretty young. But like that was so popular like back in the day. But now that I'm seeing it, like seeing the Buling just to have the moveset, like copy and paste it from the anime. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, that's an awesome optimization. Whoa, he just gathered all the echoes with one click. I knew that echoes didn't matter. You're never using them anyways. You're gonna use the 4-cost one or the 3-cost one that just happens to have a better buff sometimes for a specific character. Those other ones don't matter. 1 cost don't matter. Most 3 costs don't matter.
稍后呢，也会给大家带来2.8版本的活动以及系统优化相关的情报。
Crumbled City.
Fish windsocks streaming along deserted streets.
What are we watching? What is this? The aesthetic of the city is really, really cool though. I really like it. It has like sakura trees everywhere. And then it has like these windsocks and capybaras pasted on everything. Oh wait, this is kind of sad. This is like found footage of like civilization before everyone died. So it's like this is like some random teens that were like goofing off, filming a random video. Alright, now I'm lost. What is happening? What is the... Yeah, the supernatural? It's Honami spooky? These guys are ridiculous. They had a whole fake ad for a fake TV show made just for that. You know how expensive those are and you know how much work they are? That's insane. I do wonder if it's made in-house by the devs or if it's like outsourced. Because stuff like that can be outsourced, you know what I mean?
Detective Namipon on the case.
When do you team up with Palmas on a mission?
确实有一个类似的新活动。
We have a new event like that? Oh boy.
在此之前
I don't really do the events that often, like, I probably should for the extra polls, but like,
好的，
I don't know, I feel like
版本更新后，全新
with Genshin and Wua, because of their open world nature, I just don't feel like doing the events anymore. 5 years of doing Genshin events, that burned me out on events completely.
和他一起在末日都市中剪碎悲鸣。
Alright, so she's first half. Phoebe rerun, we don't need to pull on her. We are safe. I have her. I secured her.
全新5星长刃弹切。
This is gonna be the hard thing to get.
和光回唱的活动换取，也
I now want Phoebe's weapon, but we're gonna skip because Ani is chilling.
5星共鸣者
We don't need, no, okay, who's we running with for Lova? Because I'm not pulling on Philippa better. Oh shoot, you telling me I can get Cantarilla by accident when I'm pulling her Boule?
而活泼有趣的黄龙小道士
Yo, guys, we might be up.
也将会出现在同期的2个角色活动换取中。与此
Also
同时
Despair, she's on the second half. Gosh dang it.
忘忧章以及
I was hoping I could get Booling on flipping on the Chisa banner, but I knew it was Cup from the beginning.
对了，我听说这次好像有一位朋友拥有了自己难得的假期时光。
I got some rare vacation
没错
time.
那就是平日里兢兢业业、恪尽职守的赞妮。
Oh,
在
Zani
特
got
别
the
制服是
her
城市
deluxe
茶
outfit.
将在
Hang on,
2.8
now you have my attention. I'm a big
光是听到
Zani
名
fan,
字
guys.
就感觉整个人都放松
I am
下
a
来
big Zani fan,
在
alright?
这个特别的
She
假
is
期
why I got back into
犒赏
Wua.
自己
I
一
saw a
份
picture of
难得的
Zani, I'm like,
平时时光
I
吧
need her. Characters with horns are my weakness. Oh. I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like... Oh, wait a minute, Me's transformed mode. Does transformed mode look better? Oh, it does. Gosh dang, that looks crazy. I'll be a minute, I'ma keep it real, guys. I think her base outfit looks better than this.
这套服饰以柔软的毛衣为主，勾勒出一种
Yeah, I had to
恰到好
spend
处的
money.
优雅与慵懒。
I'm
仿佛
gonna
将
buy
工
this
作的
one. I
岗位
actually
重
use
新
Zani.
复制
I like
化
this
作
outfit.
片刻的
My
显
biggest
示
complaint with
与温柔
Zani is just...
赞妮自己也觉得，
You know, actually,
偶
yeah,
尔
for
换一
real,
种
my
风
biggest
格
complaint with
似乎
Zani is literally just...
能看
She
到赞
needs
妮这
the
样丰
Phoebes
实的
that
一
even
面
feel remotely good
真
to
好。
play.
这套
It's like,
特
I
别
love
定制
Phoebe and
服饰
everything, but
城市
like...
午茶将会在 2.8
When I'm playing like
上
Zani theme
架商城
in the
在获取
overworld,
赞妮
it's
的
like
特
it's
别定制
despair
服饰
when
后
it's like, dang, I
这个
have
解
to
锁
use her
同
with
系列的
Phoebe.
共鸣者头像
Otherwise, we're just not
希
gonna
望
be
这套
able
服
to use
饰
most of her
可以让
moveset.
漂泊者们
I always
看
thought
到赞妮
effectively,
不一样
and
的
then
魅力。
so we're running man in the overworld, and I have Zani and Phoebe, and then the third slot is like my only flex. But it has to be a healer because I don't want to run around and go to healing points all the time. So
8版本
automatically,
将开启全
just
新活动
automatically,
最
it
多
is
怪
a flippin'
这名字听起来
Shorekeeper,
就
and
带
then
着
now that's the
都市
only
传
team I can
说
play
和神
Zani
秘
on.
事件的味道呢。具体是
There was
怎
a
么样
whole
的活
home
动
menu for this event?
在活动中，漂泊者将深入
Oh
探
my
索
goodness,
最
they
波
brought
市
the
的
flippin'
各
leaf
个
physics
城区
back and they put it on
调
the
查在各
flyers.
地活跃着的怪异现象，顺路收集散布各处的道具。注意
Okay,
哦
I have to
在
admit,
危
this
险
area
深
is
入
like
探索中
like
漂泊者
visually,
要
that's like
时刻
there's
关注自己
so
的
much
稳定
like
值
particle effects
争取在
everywhere.
稳定值耗尽前回到
There's
咖
so
啡厅
much everything
在
everywhere.
回
It's
到咖啡厅
there's like
后
crazy
漂
lighting
泊
over
者可
there.
以出售找到的道具
Am I gonna be able to
兑换
run
多台
this
喜欢的米团
on my computer?
米团不
Guys,
仅可以
I was
进行漂
fine
泊
in
者
Rena
自
Cita.
身
We
属
were
性
getting
强化
like solid
还可以
90
和多台
FPS.
进行交易
And then the
帮助
second
大
we
家
hit
更好地
Septimont,
在
like I
最
was
波市中
dropping down to the
进行探
60s.
索
And I'm like,
更
oh
重要的
shoot,
在
I
电
don't
梯
have the
装
power
潢
to run this game
漂泊
super
者
solid
可以在
anymore.
波仔的协助下装饰咖
And
啡
so I had to
厅
lower my graphic
一起
settings.
将咖啡
I
厅
was
建
so
设
upset
得
about
更加
that.
温馨吧。值得一提的是，成功消灭城市中的特殊强大敌人，会获得一件藏品。
It's really coffee shop vibes, but nobody else is gonna be in the coffee shop. Oh man.
在收集
And I
藏
said
品
I,
的
I'm
过程
scared
中
of people,
漂泊
but
者还将逐渐接近怪异事件的源头。揭
that's
开
part of the
隐藏在
vibe.
城市
There's gonna
光
be
影
no
之下的
people
往
in
事
this because everyone's
参与
dead
活动
in
漂泊者
Wuthering
可以
Waves.
获得新生、意象、伪作的神王、活动专属头像、末日后咖啡、活动
Post
专属
Doomsday
灯泡
Coffee
碎波周末旅行等奖励。
and a name card.
在
Eh,
2.8版本结束后，没有
I'm
完
not
成
like
碎波怪异
necessarily
物
trying to
活
flex
动
on other
漂泊者
players, so I
依
don't
然可以
really
通过
feel like
常
a
驻
need
活动
for
界
it.
面参与活动，获得常驻奖励。 在前面的介绍，我们也了解到，因为碎波式索诺拉的特殊性，网人们仿佛也在此经历着一段不断循环的梦。
Caught in a looping dream. How sentient are they? Like, if we were to interact with them as a rover, would they respond, or would they just be like ghosts endlessly looping, and we can't like touch them? We can't like, you know, we can't influence them in any form or factor. I am wondering how does the Sonorosphere work? I mean, typically in the Sonorospheres we've been in, we haven't been able to influence anything, right? Well, we are looking back in memories, but they said this one's different, right?
请漂泊者帮助老朋友马季收集数据。
Like when we were in the Sonorosphere and we were looking at Augusta and the Angel, like we couldn't like tell them not to do anything, because it was just the memory of the past that was replaying for us. Oh my goodness, they've got lottery tickets. Are really embracing that gambling, guys. Oh, S rank. We got tuners.
漂泊者可再次在特殊增益的加持下对敌人发起挑战，参与挑战。
I'm gonna be honest, I am not good enough to do the tactical. These tactical things here, they're the tactical holograms. I can't do them, guys. I'm not patient enough to sit down and learn the full moveset.
更具压迫感的姿态，对挑战者的战斗能力进行考验。
各位，准备好直面挑战了吗？
同时。 漂泊者们熟悉的7日签到活动
Well, free 5 pulls here, and then 5 standard pulls as well. Very nice.
漂泊者们届时记得登录
I'm gonna need them for Chisa pretty badly. The samurais aren't pulling for Chisa, and then we gotta save for the 3.0 characters. I'm gonna pray 3.0 is gonna give us a lot of pulls.
拉海洛
Lahairoi. Oh goodness, that was where the Fraxidus said they were going.
拉海洛淘到过一盘磁带。 这次拉海洛的物件
Is that where we're going next?
没错。
Well, fragments have appeared in Autonomy City. Okay, Lahairoi is the 3.0 place. Interesting, interesting. So yeah, we are being led into it already.
会提供一个关于漂流物的线索，漂泊者们需要找到漂流物，并交给波仔。波仔不仅会解析上面记录的未知频率。 I
gotta love how dynamic they've made even the most simple of areas. Like this little, you know, this little spout we're in, there's dust everywhere. You can see the sparkle from all these little particles from Autonomy Pond. The computer, it's got this text flowing across it. And long story short, it's really nice when you see environments where everything is constantly moving. It really does feel like it's more alive when you do something like that. Optimizations and quality of light. I mean, we saw it already. We saw you absorb all the echoes with one click. Or is that this patch? Yeah, it was. Okay. What else is there? What else did they fix? Because as we all know, if you guys watch me play Wuthering Waves, every time I complain about something, the devs fix it next patch. Now, I'm not saying they're fixing it because of me. Because by all means, these fixes probably take longer than one patch to fix, right? But like, the coincidences are hilarious. They are hilarious, because they just keep happening after I complain about it.
和技能升级界面将新增材料补全功能。
Auto supplement feature? I don't think I ranted about this one. But when they made it so that you can level up your skills and then go directly to the screen, it lets you like redeem the boxes for the like enemy mats. I complained about that, and then they added it the patch like right after. It was hilarious. I was like, did I summon that into existence? No way. There is no way.
更低稀有度的材料和物资箱，并自动填充至所需材料列表，直到满足材料的数量需求。
Interesting. Okay.
合成、材料置换。
This is a really, really good quality of life. Like, this is actually so important. I still feel like in all these gacha games, building characters is too hard. I get that it's like part of the gameplay loop. You log in every day to farm a little bit more for your character. But it is, like, it is It's really frustrating when you pull a new character, you're excited to use them, and then you can't use them in the end game or anything like that because they're weak and you have to build them. So you try to build them and you're limited, so you don't have them actually built if you didn't pre-farm. And then if you didn't pre-farm, then you're stuck without using the new shiny character you just pulled. You can't use them. Or weeks. Or weeks. Like, I just finished building out Brenna and I pulled her at like day 1 of the patch. It just took me that long to farm all the mats for her. I wouldn't even say I'm finished, but I got her in a usable state where I feel like I could take her into endgame and be fine. Optimize the guidebook screen. Interesting, okay, that's good. Might be hard to get used to, but we'll see. Oh boy, the recommended bundle. Oh, wait a minute. I'll still just watch a guide, I'll be honest. I'll read the character kit, and if I don't come up with an idea for a build in frame 1, I'll just watch a guide and I'll just do what they tell me to do. I guess this eliminates the need to go find the guide though, it will be like right there. Very good. Quality of life. You'd win in background? Oh! Well, actually, that's not as great in this game because this game doesn't have like an auto battle function. Oh, there, that's huge actually. Hitting reset on like an endgame thing actually resets your actual resources. That's really, really good. Why is it taking this long to like implement that though? Upcoming gameplay adjustment. Updates to Havoc Bane, Fusion Burst, Electro Flare, and Glacio. I thought they were all really, really weak. Like when they first implemented it, like the idea was exciting, but then like in practice, like all of them felt pretty rough. Even now I feel like they're tend to suck as status ailments. They're just there to be stacks for some characters' kit designed to like take advantage of it. Whoa, should they upgraded the global illumination? Oh, okay, so it's more vibrant. Ambient occlusion has been modified. Oh, that looks a lot more interesting. It definitely makes environments pop more. I'm not touching ray tracing. I'm not touching ray tracing. I can run at 30 FPS with ray tracing. But the problem is this is an action game and 30 FPS feels bad. I'm already bad at dodging. Making a 30 FPS is gonna make it harder for me. What? We're copying Star Rail. We got the physical edition of the game that's not complete and is a live service game. Limited edition Phantom Echo. And the acrylic standee. A metal card. If you really want Wuthering Waves on your shelf, I guess, that feels like a waste of money to me though, personally. No, don't forget to redeem your code! Sliced space. Look at this happy, modern city. Would be a shame if a lament killed them all. This is like such a cute aesthetic, and then not everyone's dead though, so it's kind of depressing. Maybe that's the point though.
是很合适为今天的前瞻通讯画上句点的视频呢。
Oh wait, is that it? Nah, they're lying. We got like a whole 7 minutes left.
如同封存于琥珀中的废墟都市。
是的，希望通过今天的节目，可以带漂泊者们提前了解石系废都。
The Corona Rift's Metropolis, a new adventure is about to begin.
而每一道红光的折射
Are they gonna tease like the 3.0 characters?
当碎波式的入口出现时
I feel like they did that for Wuthering Waves, but I could be remembering wrong. Maybe they teased them back in 2.0 rather than one of her patches before that.
2.8 版本奔往琥珀之都将于11月20日正式开启。
希望这段崭新的旅程
Okay, this is really darn soon.
的咖啡一样散发
Definitely tune in. I'll try my best to stream it day one, but I might give it a day or two. We'll have to wait and see.
拜拜。
Then it took too long. My coffee is cold, Mal. It's cold and yucky. Alright, well while you do this fun dance, I guess we'll talk about the patch. I think it looks really good, honestly. I think they cooked. Now I don't know if the story is gonna be anything crazy. Right, but I think what they provided was pretty interesting. Now, it does feel like we're missing quite a bit in terms of events, but you see, I don't care about that. I don't care about the events. It's nice. It gives us extra pulls. I'm good though. I no more events in these open world games unless it's like a. I love the little hamster lotto event where you just click a button and then it rolls the wheel, and then you're like, oh, I didn't win the thing. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. That is the 10 out of 10 event. I love events like that where it's like it's just free rewards, but with a little tiny bit of extra aesthetically fun stuff on top so that it's not just a login bonus. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for Chisa. I'm gonna try to get Booling, but you know, 4 stars can be really copium trying to get them. I think this patch is really good from a first glance perspective. We'll have to wait and see how it actually plays out in terms of story, especially because the story is a 2-parter. That is surprising to me. That is very, very surprising to me. Anyway, I think that's all from me for today. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to hit that like button. Alright, if you enjoyed my little rant at the beginning where I just shared all my thoughts, bursting forth, completely unfiltered, then please give me a like. It lets me know you guys enjoy this content, especially because I feel like my Wuthering Waves content hasn't really been getting too much, too much traction. So I still want to react to Wuthering Waves stuff. I would really, really like it if you guys left a like. Also, leave a comment down below. Are you excited for Wuthering Waves 2.8? Or are you going to be saving for 3.0? Are you going to pull for Chisa? Or is it like, no, you gotta wait for those 3.0 characters? I think I'm pretty excited to see where the quest goes, especially because it's a 2-parter. Like, that's really interesting. We only released in 1 character this patch, and we're leading into, version 3.0. I didn't think we would get a 2-parter for the storyline. I thought we were gonna like the main. I thought we were gonna hit like the main story being very minimal effort so that they can focus all of their power, all of their dev team, all of their workforce on that version 3.0. But no, it looks like 2.8 has gotten a little bit of a special treatment as well. Also, if you watched this far and you're not subscribed, then hit that subscribe button, bell notification lets you know when I upload content. I cover all kinds of gacha games, how I can do analysis, reaction videos where I go over things and give my artistic expertise on the different things that go into the makings of these trailers and the designs of characters, along with all kinds of different aspects of the artistic side of these gacha games, along with story analysis. I cover Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, to an extent Genshin kinda, but I feel like I want to react to the main things for that, but I don't, if those videos don't really do well, I feel like they're hurting my channel, because like when I post a Genshin video, I get 0 views, and then I post another video after, the video that comes directly after the Genshin video just doesn't get recommended to people. So, I don't know if we're gonna keep reacting to Genshin stuff, but we'll try and react to the main things, like the big trailers and stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for Wuthering Waves 2.8. I will be streaming it now. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming it the day it releases. Maybe a little bit after. So you guys will have the chance to do it yourself. And then you'll know everything that happens. So when you watch me, you will know the best parts of the stream to skip to if you're watching the VOD. Or You can just be there and a backseat to a certain extent. Please don't backseat too hard, I'm begging you. But also, if you give me all the little important lore bits that I missed, that would be great. Fantastic. And that's that. Yeah, that's Wuthering Waves 2.8. I'm excited. And with that one, hope you all had a good one. Remember, until we're Janae, so I will see you all next time. Bye!